Hi, I'm Pat Scales, and I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, and I'm chair of ALA's Intellectual Freedom Committee. I'm going to read from Robert Lipsyte's One Fat Summer, which was originally published in 1977. And it's the story of 14-year-old Bobby Marks, who is overweight and bullied by some of the tough guys at Rumson Lake. In the course of the novel, Bobby tackles his weight issue, learns to stand up to the bullies, has sexual fantasies, and deals with the true meaning of friendship. In essence, he begins his journey toward manhood. In 1997, One Fat Summer was removed from the required reading list at a middle school in Levittown, New York, because it was deemed sexually explicit and full of violence. In 1997, it was also challenged at a middle school here in Greenville, South Carolina, because the book includes a passage on masturbation. The book was retained by the Materials Review Committee. In 2004, it was pulled from the Ansonia, Connecticut Public Library local schools display following a parental complaint about a paragraph describing the masturbation fantasy of a teenage boy. I'm going to read the first page and a half of the novel because I think it sets the stage for Bobby's fat summer. I always hated summertime when people take off their clothes. In winter, you can hide yourself. Long coats, heavy jackets, thick sweaters. Nobody can tell how fat you really are. But in the summertime, they can see your thick legs and your wobbly backside and your big belly and your soft arms, and they laugh. I never would have gone to the Rumson Lake Community Association's carnival on the 4th of July if it hadn't been cool enough that night to wear a long-sleeved knit shirt outside my pants. At the start of that summer, I couldn't button the waist of any of my pants without getting a stomachache. I weighed more than 200 pounds on July 4th. I don't know exactly how much more because I jumped off the bathroom scale when the number 200 rolled up. The numbers were still climbing past the pointer when I bailed out. I was tall for my age and I had large, heavy bones, so I didn't look like a circus freak. I just looked like a fat boy. When my pants weren't strangling my belly, and if there were no scales or mirrors around, I could forget for a while that I was fat. But sooner or later, there'd be someone around to remind me. The wise guy started up as soon as we got to the carnival at Marino's Beach Club and Snack Bar. "Hey, it's the Crisco Kid," yelled one of the older teenagers hanging around the snack bar. "Why do you call him the Crisco Kid?" another asked. It sounded like a comedy routine to me, but I knew what was coming. "Because he's fat in the can, that's why." And then they all laughed. My face got hot, but I pretended I hadn't heard. Rule number 1, never let people know that they can get to you or they'll never stop trying.